Okie dokie, we're back again. We are going to be jumping into some ranked games with a random character and a scene we're going to get today. And it looks like we are playing the mage. We do start off with a spell called Blessing and Purity. And honestly, I've been starting with this way more often than I should be. Definitely so. Now, I'm going to be grabbing ourselves wands. I'm going to be grabbing ourselves a wooden sword. And let's go ahead and grab this health pot. We could grab the chessboard, but I'm going to roll. So I do want to craft up a Shelly. Lots and lots of heals. It should be kind of awesome for us. Let's go ahead and grab an extra stone too. And I'm going to rock on with this. We probably should have put a wooden sword inside our puzzle box. Just because we could speed it up, but we'll see how we get on. With the sheer amount of healing we're going to get from a spell called Blessing and Purity, I think we have a good chance to win this out because this item is crazy heals. Especially with our puzzle box. This is going to be lots and lots of heals as well as just letting our opponent go down to fatigue. We skill up some buffs with our wands, we get some more regen, which keeps us a little bit more healthy. And I don't think our opponent is going to be able to keep up with us. Maybe. It could be even words though. And I have to eat more words. Holy moly, they smashed us right at the end. Which is madness. Definitely madness. Now let's grab our bag stones. Bag stones, we could craft up a torch, but should be actually. I'm going to take it, but I'm going to roll. We're going to grab a bit of storage. That's exactly what I'm looking for. We're going to have to take that because it's going to be so much heals. And I don't think I'm going to take a second one. I think I want to take healing herbs and I want to move on. We could end up going for stone golems, so I think that's possibly maybe what we're going to go for. We'll see though. We're going to get our torch online though. And we'll see, can we take on this ranger with a lot of flat damage. We did put our wooden sword inside our puzzle box this time. So we should be able to deal a lot more damage. Yeah, it's a bit of a misplay last round. We probably would have won out, to be honest. And so far, much better. Hell yeah. Also, we could have had our Shelly more like this. So there is some optimizations that we can do. Now we could take Uniquely Unique to have the fastest Shelly alive. We could also take Blood Manipulation to get a ton of lifesteal. Or we could try to take Heavy Drinking here. Blood Manipulation being on sale is kind of awesome though. But I do like a Uniquely Unique run. So I'm going to take it and have a super fast Shelly. And that is a skull badge, if we want it. I think I'm just going to take her once. I'm going to take more regen. I'm going to roll again. And I will be taking an extra stone. But I think I'm just going to venture on with this. We're going to have a Uniquely Unique in the spot, speeding up her Shelly as much as possible. Down to 10.9 seconds, but they are slowed down by our puzzle box by quite a bit. So after that first 5 seconds, Shelly's going to pop down to a 6-second activation. And 6 seconds on a Shelly is crazy heals along with our already crazy heals. So we should have a pretty easy time scaling up our damage on our torch. And our stones are going to be breaking that armor. And amazing. Looking much better overall. Now that's a big old Dancing Dragon. Should we pivot our whole build into a Dancing Dragon build? I mean, the mage is literally built for it. We're going to take it. So we're going to sell our torch and we're going to take this big old banana. But I'm going to roll once. If we want to grab ourselves another ones with the magic for dummies, with the fanny pack, and yeah, we got 3 magic items beside our Dancing Dragon, but I'm going to be still speeding up our Shelly. Because speeding up our Dancing Dragon, it's going to be troublesome. Because once it does enter that 5 seconds, it's going to be going nuts. That's for sure. And with our heat, we speed up our Shelly even faster. And it should be pretty darn sweet. But 1.4 stamina cost on our Dancing Dragon, not bad. Definitely not bad. Now we could grab a repeater. And unironically, I think the repeater might actually be pretty darn decent right now. Repeating effect of our Dancing Dragon. I'm going to take it. I'm also going to take this fanny pack, and what I do want to do is increase the speed of our Dancing Dragon. And with that, I'm definitely going to be grabbing ourselves a puzzle bag of improvements. That's for sure. But with that, we're going to move on. Now, the repeater is going to trigger after 12 seconds. Which is kind of insane. 10.7 seconds, which is actually a little bit better since we got some heat. So, we'll see how it goes out. Is our Dancing Dragon going to survive for the 10 seconds to pop off to get more heat, get more luck? Definitely not. So we bought an item that doesn't really do much for us right now. Let's grab our bag. We're going to grab another one. And I'm going to sell our stone to go ahead and grab ourselves another one. So we're going to place it in like so. And we're going to have a 40% chance to duplicate the buffs we do get our Dancing Dragon. So essentially, I want to get nearly 100% chance to duplicate the buffs we do get. And then our repeater to repeat that effect. Could be kind of nice. We can just get crazy heat because our Dancing Dragon does deal damage based on how much heat we do have. But a Chalet triggering every 5.4 seconds, keep us healthy as our Dancing Dragon puts into work, and then all of a sudden has 24 heat and amazing. Honestly looking kind of insane, and that is a Gingerbread Jerry. Use our luck, our heat, and our mana to give us Empower, Regen, and Max Health. Now we'll use Overheat, but it will offset the damage loss by giving us Empower. So I'm going to take Gingerbread Jerry. I think I'll place this fella down below, and we're also going to take you for even more magic items. You're going to use up some more mana. Ice Block, we could take it, craft up into, we could craft up into Cold Mirror, which I actually don't really want. You're going to duplicate buffs at the same time. You're also going to be another bag, so I'm going to sell a regen to go ahead and grab this bag. Plus a bag of endurance. Do we even want this? Plus a bag of endurance, potentially. I'm not sure if I do. As mad as that is. Do we even want our owl? I actually don't know if I really even want the owl. So I'm going to leave it for now. But with Gingerbread Jerry, we should be able to scale up a lot of buffs. We have infinite heat, infinite luck. All we need is our ones to stack up mana, and then our Gingerbread Jerry can go nuts. We lose a little bit of heat, but we gain tons of max life and tons of power. And this combo is looking really darn awesome. Now the problem is, I'm not sure what we really want to go for right now. I mean, the subclasses are great and all, but what would really be awesome for Dancing Dragon? Maybe Invulnerability? Maybe the Spirit Balls? Because it will give us tons more buffs. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Spirit Balls. Island for a little bit more heat. We could grab the Wonky Snowman. I think I'm just going to roll. Take this bag too. That's a puzzle bag improvements, which I do also really want to grab. Again, I want to stack up as much chance to duplicate as possible. To the point where we're going to sell this bag to actually go ahead and grab it. Ooh. And holy moly, that's another one. Hell yeah. And Repeater is also going to repeat the effect of our Spirit Belts. So that's going to be kind of awesome as well. Now as for Island, we can't necessarily really place it in unless we get rid of a magic item. So I think I'm just going to leave it in just to get that 2 extra heat. We're going to move on. So we'll see how we get on with this. Start off with 26 heat. We're going to trigger after 5.2 seconds. So we should be able to get even more heat. And then our repeater pops off at 7.5 seconds. And we just get crazy buffs. Definitely some crazy buffs. Let's go ahead and grab you. Plus a lack of energy if we want to refund buffs, which would be our Gingerbread Jerry. Which could be kind of nice. Let's take it and let's see if we can grab ourselves another puzzle bag of improvements. Unfortunately, we got another puzzle bag of energy. I'm not sure if you do want to grab it, but I'll be back in a second while I sort the inventory once again. I mean, I'm not sure if you do want to grab a puzzle bag of energy, but I think I'm still going to take it. I'm still going to take it because then we can add in some extra magic items around our Dancing Dragon. But I think we are happy enough moving on with this. Maybe I do want to roll. I think I'm just going to roll actually. And we could grab ourselves a helmet because it will be a repeater effect to get that damage reduction on top of it. So yeah, I'm going to grab it, but we're going to be increasing our max life with a repeater, as well as getting it that damage reduction again, as well as getting all our heat, which should be amazing after 7.4 seconds. And we should be able to do some big old damage, and amazing. Definitely amazing. Now we could also grab Time Melting to increase the effects of our Spirit Belts and our helmet. I think I kind of want to take that. It's also going to give us 5 heat at the very beginning. And it's also going to work with a repeater. Start a ball effect, I mean, and gives increased heat as well. Now let's roll. Cupcake is a magic item to scale up our buffs even faster. I'm going to take it. And I do want to grab ourselves another wand also. But let's get going on with this for now. So the cupcake is going to be nice because it will scale up whatever buff we have most of, and that's definitely going to be heat. And since we got a lot of heat, it's going to be going extremely fast. As well, we got 55 heat, and holy moly, this is kind of looking nasty, is it not? Definitely gonna be nasty. Let's go ahead and grab our ones. Let's go ahead and grab you. And that's our puzzle bag of improvement. Give us a 100% chance to duplicate those buffs. Hell yeah, we're definitely gonna take them. Problem is, I'm gonna have to try and figure out how we're gonna fit that in, which is gonna be mad. That's one single mana orb. Do we even want the mana orb? We probably do. So we did move our whole set around so we can have a 100% chance to duplicate our buffs on our Dancing Dragon, which means that we're going to start off with insane heat from the get-go. Which is going to be nuts. Definitely going to be nuts, and we're going to repeat that effect with a repeater. We've got full value on a repeater right now, so we should be in a pretty good spot to potentially win out. Maybe. We'll see. Let's go to sell our bag, and I'm tempted to go ahead and grab this to get rid of our regen, to scale back up our luck and our spikes, but I'm not going to take it. Keep our mana orb for the next rounds. Our Dancer Dragon should be able to go nuts from here. 40 heat from the get-go, which is crazy. And then our repeater should trigger after 7 seconds, giving us insane more heat. Up to 90 heat already, 27 in power, and holy moly. We did not see her in power, that's kind of crazy damage. 120 DPS, breaking Dancer Dragon. It's kind of absurd, 67 DPS in terms of heals, 15 heal per second. In terms of max health gain, 210 max health gain, which is nuts in terms of block. Not a whole lot of block. But I do think we have the potential to go insane from here. Especially that we're going to grab ourselves a mana orb. We're going to grab this too. Another puzzle bag of love. Since it's on sale, I'm going to grab it. And that's a puzzle bag of endurance I'm going to have to grab. And that's a second puzzle bag of endurance. Holy moly. Yeah, we're going to sell this bag. I'm also going to sell this fanny pack, and we are 150,000% going to grab another puzzle bag of endurance. This needs to sit back just a little bit, but we're going to lose our effect, our starter ball effect, to gain that 5 extra heats. But that's going to be a lot of damage reduction for such a long freaking time, so yeah, I'm definitely going to take that. We're also going to sell this bag to go ahead and grab another bag, hoping to grab ourselves a different bag, but it is what it is, and we probably should grab ourselves another helmet also. We can also grab ourselves a ruby egg to start off with extra heat, but I'm not going to take it. Also, what the hell did I do with this mana orb? We should have placed it pretty much here or here. That'll make a lot more sense. We can generate a lot more mana, so we can get even more buffs, but since we start off with so much luck, our ones are just going to literally grab us in power. So it should be kind of insane. Definitely be insane overall. And so far, our opponent does have a lot of lifesteal, and they are keeping up with us. They're dealing a ton of damage. We have ran over damage reduction. But that's some big old damage. Hell yeah. That's kind of insane damage. Let's grab you. Let's grab our helmet. Let's roll again. And that's a freaking badger, which we're going to take. And we're going to place it in because it's going to be another pet for that damage reduction. I'm going to move this slightly down a little bit. We have our helmets. We're also going to take this too. But we can't craft it up until next round, unfortunately. So I'm happy enough rocking on with this for now. We should be in a really fantastic spot to win out. We should have damage reduction for days. 8% damage reduction for a long time. We can get our heat stacked up. We can go infinite. We can get crazy in power. And we get even more heat. And then all of a sudden, yeah, it's not going to be close. Dancing Dragon is just crazy insane. With the mage. Let's grab you. I'm going to roll. And I'm going to keep rolling. All I want to do is find these tiny little bags. Don't even want to puzzle bag of rune. We can use our Spell Scholar Growth to keep our stamina going. And maybe we actually want that instead. I think that could be kind of nice actually. But should we grab ourselves the Dark Frenzy? I mean, Dark Frenzy is going to speed up our Dancing Dragon. Which seems to be so much luck. Our accuracy shouldn't matter all that much. Especially being on sale. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it and I'm going to place it here. I'm going to place it in there because it will speed up all these items. And that's going to be kind of insane for us. Not going to lie. We also have our eye lamp to scale up our damage as well. And scale up our accuracy. So yeah, we're going to be running through stamina like there's no tomorrow. But that's why I did want to take our Spell Scholar Grow. And we are facing another Dancing Dragon build. Which Dancing Dragon build is going to outpace which Dancing Dragon build? Is our heat stacking one going to outpace this Excalibur? Hell yeah, it is. Definitely so. But we got our stone helmet. Let's go ahead and grab our bag. Puzzle bag of love, which I do not want. I'm going to roll. We grab this for now. Another puzzle bag of endurance, which I'd love to take. But I'm not sure if we're going to be able to fit that in. I think we just keep rolling. You're going to use up our life as mana, which I have no real interest in. I will grab a burning coal though. I'm going to keep going. And you know, I'm just going to take this a little bit of storage for now. Let's keep going. That's an owl to duplicate our buffs even more if we want it. I'm going to finish off our backpack just a little bit. We sell this bag to keep rolling. And I'm just going to venture on really awesomely for now. Now, maybe we should have moved our helmet over to this side to get that repeat effect again, but I think it should be okay for now. We should have that damage reduction for such a long time. We do get 50 back up to 80% since we repeated it, and holy moly, 80% damage reduction for the entire fight is kind of absurd. With the sheer amount of damage, 200 DPS Dancing Dragon is insane as well. And that is another mana orb. We should also switch this to this side. I'm going to take the mana orb, I'm going to roll. Let's go and grab this, see what's going to be. Amulet Feasting is going to speed up our Gingerbread Jerry. And you are going to be awesome, you're also crits. I think we sell the mana orb, we grab the cat. And I would love to grab up the Prismatic Orb. Prismatic one this round. We're gonna have to wait rounds. But I did put a cat in here. We don't target our stones unfortunately, but again 25% crit chance on our dragon is gonna be nuts. Definitely gonna be nuts. Now he's gonna use up our mana to give us more luck, which I don't necessarily even want luck. We just want to use our luck and our heat for our Gingerbread Jerry to scale up all that max life, that and power. And we'll see how we're going to be able to take on this Berserker, rocking a ton of max life, lots of mana, and even some damage reduction as well. Now we did run out of our own damage reduction, but we got lots of heat and we're stacking up our own max life. But they're going infinite heat stacking as well, and holy moly. We did put up a good fight, but Chili Cheese Excalibur is kind of absurd. It's definitely absurd. But hey, let's go and grab this. Let's go and grab you too. Let's go and craft up Prismatic Ones. Let's roll. Looking at this spell called Blessing of Purity. Since it's on sale, I'm going to take it and I'm going to keep rolling. But let's keep going. I need these items. Definitely now. Final round to craft, so we're going to be crafting up this Prismatic Ones for sure. But we didn't get to craft up our extra helmet, which is a little less than ideal, and we are facing a cold stacking build, but thanks to all the luck that we do have, we actually resist quite a bit of cold. So we can get our heat stacked up safely, we can deal our damage, and cold stacking builds not going to be too much of a threat for us. That was a 200 crit by the way, which is amazing. We're going to get a Prismatic one, so we're going to be able to stack up our buffs even faster. We're also going to take this too. And we can grab ourselves another freaking Badger. Scaling up our max life even more. Well, let's keep going. And these items, not exactly. I kind of want to find one more pet. If we possibly can, but that's another cupcake. We potentially scale up more buffs for us. I'm going to take it. Especially with our Amulet Feasting. I think it's going to be kind of nice. That's our Magic for Dummies. It's not going to be that great, but this is it. This is going to be our final build. It's going to be a Dancing Dragon Mage type build with Gingerbread Jerry. Turned out to be extremely awesome. With uniquely neat targeting or Shelly to keep us super healthy. And yeah, we'll see if we're going to be able to win this one out. The repeater actually coming into play really awesomely right now. It's been a long time since I used it, but with this whole setup, I think it's amazing. But is it going to be enough to win out? We are facing Burning Blade Dragons. We're going to have anti-burst DPS, so we should be able to survive till we get our heat all the way up. Get some max life stacked up, get even more power stacked up. And yeah, I don't think we should have too much of a problem. We do use up a lot of mana, but our Prismatic ones, since we have so much luck, it is going to be used up all to get all this power. 90 heat, Dancing Dragon with a 3 stamina cost. And hell yeah, not going to be close whatsoever. I mean, in terms of DPS, we had a 60 DPS overall. Our opponents only had a 15 DPS because of our damage reduction for days. I mean, they had a pretty nuts setup with Burning Blades, Obsidian Dragons, with the Amulet of Darkness. So we're going to flick some debuffs onto us, but we also resisted a lot of debuffs. Now, in terms of heals, we actually even had 20 heals per second, being our Shelly, Blessing Impurities, our Cupcakes, all putting in some work for us, and 46 max life gained between our Gingerbread Jerrys and our Badger Spirits and our Magic for Dummies, all adding up to give us a ton of max life. In terms of block, not a whole lot of block. But again, 80% damage reduction for such a long time is absurd. So overall, a super fun build, surviving with 4 days left. Let's go to see just how much rank points we manage to get. Plus 14, our ranking is back up to 80 once again. But I'm just going to have to leave it here for now, and just want to say thanks for watching, and I hope you can look up for the next one. I'll see you next time. Okay, we're back in round 18 fights, and we're going to see how this Dancing Dragon Mage build can do in some round 18 fights. I mean, we are facing a Prismatic Sword with some debuff inflicting, life stealing, and they're going to have a super fast turtle to get tons of block, but yeah, it's not going to be close. We can deal with this Ice Flower, Falcon Blade type situation. Again, we resist a ton of debuffs. And we do use up a lot of luck, which means we are going to honestly not resist as much as I would like to. But so far it's not looking too bad. 100 heat, 50 in power, and just insane damage. And finally, can we deal with a hammer dagger action? They're going to have a 67% chance to stun. They're going to have crazy buffs. They're going to have infinite mana. And we could be in trouble. Maybe. When I say trouble, I mean it's not going to be close whatsoever.